For those of you who are about to comment and say that I look extremely tired in this video, I am. Number one, I'm filming this at 1 in the morning, and number two, I got about 3 hours of sleep last night. And no, I don't have sleep apnea or am being held against my will to stay awake or something. Next thing I know, I'll wake up and the hashtag Save Davina Joyce will be trending on Twitter. But what's going on, guys? My name is David. Welcome back to yet another Sunday DIY test. And I am very, very, very excited for this one. For the second time, we're going to be heading over to the homie Grant Thompson, or the King of Randoms YouTube channel, and trying out the super cheap laser-assisted blow dart gun. If any of you are curious, the first video I did of his was the Jello Lego bricks, and I'll link that in the description if you want to go check that out after this one. But by the looks of this video, not only is this gun supposed to be super cheap, but super easy to make and really scarily powerful. I mean, heck, I'm not one to judge, but the way he's shooting up his kid's playset and everything else in sight is honestly a little intimidating. And because of all this, disclaimer, either do this with a parent or an adult, or don't do this at all. Clearly, this thing is dangerous and powerful enough to do some serious damage, so if you try to make this, please be careful. I don't need any lawsuits. But I'm just gonna shut up. Let's get into this DIY. Alright guys, so before anything else, we're actually going to start with the ammunition for the gun. And believe it or not, the base of this ammunition is actually going to be made of Post-it notes. I grabbed myself a variety of colors. Each one is going to represent a different type of bullet. And the way you're going to prepare them is to grab something solid in the shape of a cone. In the video, Grant uses a party hat, but I'm actually going to use a plastic snow cone mold. Carefully wrap one side of the Post-it around the top and then tape it to make sure it maintains that shape. Repeat this process for however many bullets you're planning on making. I'm going to be making 5 bullets of each type, so 25 in total. The next thing you have to do is grab yourself a 2-foot long, 1/2 inch wide PVC pipe. This should only cost you about $1 or so at a hardware store. And using one end of the tube, carefully stick each Post-it note in there and crinkle the edge just where it gets too big to fit inside of the tube. Again, repeat that process for all of your bullets, and then on a little angle, you're going to cut right on that crevice. And already, we have the base of our ammunition. The next step requires you to grab whatever type of nails you want to use. I just grabbed whatever I could find around the house, some wire nails, some roofing nails, some longer, thicker ones. And as you could probably guess, they're all gonna act pretty different when they're shot. Once I got all of the bases lined up and suspended, I carefully slipped in a nail corresponding with each color of the Post-it note bases. To secure them in place, you're going to give each and every one a dollop of hot glue right on the top, going right down the line, hitting every single one and being careful not to burn a hole in your finger, and then let them dry for a couple of minutes. And in less than an hour, we already have all of our ammunition ready to go. Now for the adapters that are going to go on the end of the PVC. In the video, Grant used a 1/2 inch by 3/4 inch female adapter, but for the life of me, I could not find that one. The best I could find was a female and a male that were connected and sort of made the same thing that he had in the video. Just maybe an inch longer, but it should work the same way. But I put those off to the side for a minute, grabbed my 2-foot PVC pipe, and then roughed up the edges with some coarse sandpaper. Grant did not do this step because he decided to put duct tape around the outside, whereas I'm just gonna put a coat of spray paint on it. This is completely 100% up to you. It's just for cosmetic purposes, however you want to decorate it with whatever you have. By the way, the sandpaper was to rough up the edges of the PVC, so when you put some spray paint on it, it has something to cling to. If you didn't do that, eventually the paint is just gonna chip right off. Lastly, I made myself a nice little stand to hold my ammunition. Coming in on the closing stretch here, I connected the 2 adapters together, popped it on one side of the PVC, and this thing is looking beautiful. To finish it all off, I grabbed myself a laser that I've had for quite a while. I want to say it was about 20 bucks, but you can easily get a dollar store laser and I'm sure it'll work just as good. I attached it to my gun with some zip ties, snipped off the edges, and bang. This thing is looking pretty official if you ask me. There is only one thing left to do, peeps, and that's test it. I quickly whipped up a homemade little target out of an old box and some duct tape to shoot at, and then started firing away. What I noticed right away when I was about 20 to 25 feet from the target was that the laser wasn't always super accurate. I think it's based on the different types of ammo, the weight of the bullet, how much it's pulling down, stuff like that. Also, some of the bullets didn't really fit through the adapters and into the gun. I'm not sure why that is, but it happened and I just didn't get to use those. Clearly, as you can see, these things are no freaking joke, and I can only imagine the things that you can begin to shoot at with this gun. Hope you guys enjoyed this insanely creative and successful DIY test. If you don't already know who Grant Thompson is, firstly, what are you doing? And second, do me a favor and go check him out because he's just a genius with this stuff and an all-around great YouTuber, honestly. Super, super well done videos, creative, new, easy to do. So go over there, check his stuff out, let him know that I sent you. Other than that, follow me on my social media links down in the description of this video, and I'll see you right back here next Thursday. Peace.